Or better yourself, take that. You guys want to do acting, take acting classes. All this stuff helps you talk to people and everything else. But I panicked in Toastmasters. They asked if anyone wanted to come up. I sat in the chair. This chair closed in on me. And I was so scared, my heart was pounding. I wanted to pass out. I hated myself for 1.5 years because I could not get up. I hated myself, and I don't want anyone to feel it. I do not want anyone to feel like that. And that's why I stand up here today, because I want to give you that confidence. I want to show you that you are not alone. And believe it or not, 90%, oh great, thank you. Believe it or not, a lot of people, are sitting in fear, and it's crippling, because I understand the crippling fear. It took me 1.5 months to quit my job when I already had my truck set up and everything else. For anyone who doesn't know, I own an air conditioning heating business in New York.
Sorry?
Heating and air conditioning, temperature. And so for me to quit my job, where it was my dad's definition of success, get the union job or government job, get the pension, the retirement plan, and everything else. The one thing that happened to me was I had my father's definition of success. I had everything. I had the mortgage, I had the house, I had the trucks, the brand new cars. But what I didn't have was myself. I had no purpose. I was living out someone else's definition of success. And I didn't like it. It didn't drive me. I had no enthusiasm anymore. My job was just a job. I didn't care. It just became worse and worse. My life spiraled out of control. I always went to work, but even at that point, I was getting to the point of almost losing my job. I was sitting 3 to 6 hours a day in traffic, and I was miserable. Miserable. And I hated myself. And the worst thing I did was do the math and realize I'd be sitting 4 years of my life in that truck, sitting in traffic. Yeah. So I think that made me even worse. More panic attacks, everything on sitting in traffic. I want to tell you right now, I overcame so much. So anyone that has that fear or whatever, I'm telling you, the world is so much better, man. Face this and let's, together. You have Amanda, you have everyone, we're going to be hooking up on Zoom. We'll all help each other and everything else. And so don't worry, face your fears. I mean, you guys have an opportunity that I didn't have. I had to turn my negative into a positive. I had no one to talk to. I didn't know anything. My only surrounding was negative, anger, hate, and stabbing each other in the back. I didn't have anyone. The only thing that I found was motivational videos on my flip phone. And I started to listen to that. And I started to listen to any motivational videos I could listen to. And it got very boring. And I had to find more information, but then I realized that I bought this book. Well, not only did I had this book in my closet for over 20 years. And I gave it away to someone. And I wish I didn't, because I'd like to put it on my shelf. But I picked up a CD once. It was a CD pack of 17 CDs, an audio book. Think and Grow Rich. And I threw it in a drawer because I listened to the first CD. I thought I was a fool. I thought I wasted my money, and I threw it in a drawer. It sat there for 1 year until I got to the point where the motivational videos on the phone got boring. And I needed something else, and I remembered I went back to this book. And I put it on my MP3 player, and I listened to it for days straight. Because I was a mechanic in the boiler room and everything else. So I had a lot of time by myself. I could listen to a lot. This book actually changed my life. This was the turning point of my life. This was the book that gave me the courage to quit my job, to go into that, even though I was still scared. But I had that drive. There was something driving me within. And that is your purpose. That's that drive that's within. And if you don't know what it is, again, work on yourself. Work on that drive. You'll know. You'll know when you start lining everything up and everything starts to fall into place. No, went too far. So discipline auto-suggestion. There it is. I knew I had it in there. So it's self-suggestion. So as easy it is telling your mind or telling yourself what you want and demanding it. It's your dominating thoughts. We need to shift your thoughts. If your dominating thoughts are harmful or not towards bettering yourself or anything like that. Your dominating emotions. I will tap into the law of attraction a little, but your dominating emotions. Emotions attract emotions. Emotions attract your reality. Dominating vision. Dominating belief. Dominating fears. I want to talk to you about what my mind was auto-suggestion. Now, I didn't even realize it even after reading these books and everything else. It took a long time to realize why I was self-sabotaging my life. Why I was self-sabotaged. Why I was so scared of everything. I mean, a lot of it was my father's fear, and a lot of the, you guys heard of the Depression in the United States. So I asked, how many generations are we still living in that depression? How many people still have that worry about money and finances? That we are trapping ourselves back in those days. But I had to find out why I was self-sabotaging myself and everything. It was something I denied. See, the thing is, you want to find your purpose, you have to face who you are. You have to face your purpose. And believe it or not, there's a fear out there and people fear success. And they will self-sabotage themselves and they won't even know it. They will call it failure. There is no failure. There is either giving up or that's it, or you're learning a lesson. There is no failing. You mess up, okay, whatever, that's not it. Go to something else. Because you'll learn about diversity. Every diversity will lead you to something else, will lead you to your purpose. Everything. So what I found out that I was attracting, or law of attraction, or what I was building, and that's why I tell people in my book to ignore the law of attraction. Because most of the people don't even know what they want to attract. They're attracting someone else's idea, someone else's vision.